Hello guys, welcome to another log of Digimon COLOR Monster Hunter Edition, and for today's log we have Thunderlord Zinogre. So yeah, Zinogre adult has evolved into Thunderlord Zinogre. Hopefully we are right about the evolution conditions for our next log, because otherwise it's just going to be wasting that traded egg that we got. It is not easy getting a traded egg. But anyway, hopefully this is a success, and now we have Thunderlord Zinogre. And before we continue with today's log, just have to say, if you're a fan of Digimon or raising virtual pets, you've come to the right channel, because I document every Digimon that I raise and I upload at least twice a week. If you're interested in such content, go ahead and zap the like and subscribe button with Thunderlord Zinogre and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of my uploads. Alright, let's get into today's log for Thunderlord Zinogre. Thunderlord Zinogre is the English version of his name. The Japanese version of his name is Kinraikō Jin'ōga. So the etymology behind it seems to be Kinraikō, which is in the Chinese character, literally means golden lightning lord, I guess. So it's cool when the English translation is rather accurate, you know, and it's actually relatable. So that's good, right? And it makes sense, right? Because it's a strong lightning thunder lord, I guess. Let's look at this in-game description, which is a great way to look at a synopsis of this monster that we're looking at on the Monster Hunter Fandom page. So they have two descriptions. It gives little bits of information that the other doesn't, so let's just read both of them. So Monster Hunter Generation says, it's a Zinogre roped in lightning. The king of the Thunder Wolves is a legend. With one howl, the heavens lose 1,000 flashes and 10,000 peals of thunder. Approach it not. Anger it not. For the wrath of the Thunder Lord shows no mercy. Requires special permission to hunt. Yeah, because the threat level is high, but doesn't seem as high as the other monsters that we've seen so far. But then again, we know that threat level is not consistent across different games apparently. So yeah. Anyway, Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin says these Zinogre deviants glimmer with electric sparks. With one howl, the heavens lose 1,000 flashes and 10,000 peals of thunder. Okay, similarly, approach it not, anger it not, for the wrath of the Thunder Lord shows no mercy. Cool stuff. So yeah, very dangerous indeed, very powerful creature, and that's what we have on hand here, Thunderlord Zinogre. Now, since you're done with his profile, let's take a look at his evolution conditions. And for evolution conditions, you have to go to humulus.com, a highly recommended website for your evolution condition needs. If you're ever stuck trying to raise a specific Digimon, go to humulus.com, you will definitely be able to find your answer. So according to humulus.com here, Thunderlord Zinogre evolves from Zinogre or Stygian Zinogre. Either way, just follow the evolution conditions accordingly. If you're getting it from Zinogre, make sure you have 0 to 2 care mistakes and 15 plus battles, 80% win ratio. If you are getting it from Stygian Zinogre, make sure you have 0 to 3 care mistakes, 15 plus battles, and 80% win ratio. So from the looks of it, it seems like if you're going by the Stygian Zinogre route, you can have a little bit more allowance in terms of the care mistake, but it's just one more allowance, right? Either way, it's just best to try not to get any care mistakes when you're trying to get this form, right? Personally, I try to minimize that, and there are tips and tricks around it. If you're not sure, you can ask me in the comment section below, but I've mentioned it a couple of times in Digimon Color and Digimon Pendulum Color as well. Simply put it to sleep. The timer is still working. If you do have time to look after it, just set the time to a time when it's sleeping, and you won't have to worry about it getting care mistakes, because while it's sleeping, it will not get hungry, it will not lose any hearts on strength, so you won't risk any care mistakes. Yeah, pretty straightforward. And the evolution timer still ticks while it's sleeping, so you can still get an evolution. Of course, that's kind of cheating, so if you don't want to do that, then sure, go ahead. Keep it awake, but then you have to pay attention to it and make sure you don't rack up many care mistakes. But yeah, that's it, pretty straightforward. And to evolve into Xenogaruru, you actually have to follow a similar regime here. So the requirements here is 0 to 2 care mistakes, again 15 plus battles and 80% win ratio. We'll talk more about that when we get into the Xenogarurumon log, which hopefully, if you're successful, we should see it in 2 days time. So since you're done with its evolution conditions, let's take a closer look at its sprite, shall we?
Alright, let's take a look at Thunderlord Zinogre's sprite here. I think it looks amazing. At least it didn't just look like a recoloration of the Zinogre sprite. It does look like it has enhanced features in that sense. So really nice. Let's give it a piece of meat. Cool. Cool. Let's see its training animation as well. I like the lightning color does look different. So that's cool. Like different types of the Zinogre form actually has different lightning colors. That's nice. Although the Zinogre profile so far really reminds me more of the Thunderlord Mon. There's this Mon that's Digimon Oh man, I can't remember his name. The one that Pulse Mon evolves into. It's a mouthful in terms of syllables. I can't remember the exactly. Kazuchimon. Kazuchi. Alright. Yeah. So Kazuchimon really does seem to resonate very well with Zinogre's powers and abilities. Its angry animation looks so fierce. Yeah. So unfortunately, they decided to choose Garurumon because after all, Grey and Garurumon are like the signature, representative of the Digimon series, I guess. So that's why they went with that. Anyway, let's do some battles. He needs to do some battles anyway. Let's just get at least three battles into his record. Oh wow! How did he dodge our attack? We are supposed to be Thunderlord Zinogre with a power level of 170 and born from a treated egg. So we should be insanely strong. Let's skip ahead. Alright, he won. Alright, let's see the next battle. How does he do? Land the hit, come on. Oh, seriously? Why? Is your strength low or something? How can it be? You're supposed to be really strong. Is it the RNG at play again? Sometimes the RNG is just so strange. Anyway, let's skip ahead. I think we should be fine. Yep. Alright, boss battle. I don't know if anything will just mess up here, but technically it shouldn't. The math doesn't make sense, but let's see. Land a hit. Alright, nice. Yep, let's skip ahead. Alright, we won 3 battles and we just 12 more to go. And anyway, you can just choose the earlier maps for an easier battle. Should be fine. So anyway, we got it. We got quite a bit going there. Oh, let's see it saying no. And it's gonna be really sassy just like the others. Oh yeah. Sassy. Right. Can't wait to see how Xeno Garurumon looks like, and that will be our next log. Yeah, anyway. Let's put it to sleep. Sleeps at 11, I guess. There you go. Aww, it's so peaceful when it's sleeping. And that's it for Thunderlord Zinogre's log for today. If you haven't already, please go ahead and zap the like and subscribe button with Thunderlord Zinogre and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of my uploads. I document every Digimon that I raise, and I have playlists of Vital Base at BE, Digimon Color, Digimon Pendulum Color, and Digivice Color Evolution as well. So please feel free to check them out. Otherwise, thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye!